All right, we're live. Tapping Birdie, Wyndham Championship, or Windy C, whatever you want to call it. Here with Chad. Pleasure to have you on. I apologize. Like everyone was having you guys on for the 3M Open, so I thought, I want to have them on after to recap the very intriguing and unbelievable 3M Open last week.
Yeah, you and your hate speech tweet as I'm sitting there Sunday afternoon enjoying my Open.
I was watching too.
Okay, well, all right. Yeah, I didn't like it because I was a little offended.
Yeah, I understand that, but genuinely, if you were watching, you're a golf sicko. Like
yes.
Like you're a degenerate, or you're from Minnesota, or you're friends with Lee Hodges. Like I can't think of other reasons to watch the back nine on Sunday a few days ago.
No, it's weird though. Like it felt like a major to me. Like it's so weird to even say that, but like I had the same feeling I had watching that as I had watching the Open on Sunday. Like it was and I was laughing at myself for that feeling, but still, whatever.
No, I mean, it's your hometown event. If there was an event at Bethpage Black every year, I would have a very strong emotional attachment to it. I would want there to be a good winner. I would want it to be a good event. So I totally understand.
Yeah, no, whatever. Blaine isn't even close to the Twin Cities. So the fact that it's called TPC Twin Cities is kind of a farce because it's like 30 minutes away.
Is it a public course?
I don't think it's public.
Not public. So you haven't gotten out there.
No, I did have a chance one time to donate like $600 or $500 to a charity and get a tee time, but I didn't.
It wasn't worth it for you. But what about all the content that you could have made?
So Josh and I are debating back and forth. Should we do this? My co-host on the Fantasy Golf Pod, Josh Bennett, real big golfer, scratch
golfer, the best golfer.
So yeah, we've talked about it. Yeah, we've talked about getting, putting some money out there and just being able to get a tee time, but we're both like, no, it's probably not worth it. But
yeah, so it was a pretty unfortunate result. Like you couldn't have been happy with Lee Hodges, who like genuinely, if you don't play DFS or bet golf, you probably don't know who Lee Hodges is. He's not, a big name by any means, and he wins by a touchdown, kind of just goes wire to wire. Right. That was a little bit unfortunate.
Are you a fan of wire to wire winners? I'm like,
no,
not that cool to me. I don't know.
No, it's not that cool. Like unless someone cool does it, obviously. Like Brian Harmon. If Brian Harmon does it, it's super interesting to me.
For sure, I'll take that. But no, we went to the 3M Open for Saturday's round, and we walked by Lee Hodges, who is in the lead, dominating, and there's no one watching it.
Nobody watching it.
It was kind of sad almost.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely one of the I guess that's good if you're a viewer going because you get a close-up of the leader, where most tournaments it's very hard to see and track golfers for their whole round because there's so many people watching. So I guess that's good. Were there groups congregating around anybody, or was it just not that crowded?
Oh yeah, no, Tony Finau had a little bit of a following. For the most part, I think Minnesota golf fans, I don't know who the hell these people were. It was packed there. But nobody knows who anybody is. This is just I noticed that it was kind of like a miniature date opportunity for some of these dudes out there, because I saw a lot of couples. I will say I saw a lot of those little golf outfits that
girls love that.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So I was like, who are these people? None of them are watching the golf. Nobody knows who the people are. And what's really annoying is you've been to a few tour events. Like there's a lot of downtime between shots. And even the dude, you're up to play, and then it takes him 5 minutes to even just hit the shot. So I don't know where these attention spans are going with these people that are watching it, but it was very crowded for I was surprised at how many people were there.
Yeah, I will say a lot of attractive women at golf tournaments, usually going with their boyfriends. They're not single women are not going to golf tournaments, but they're usually there with your boyfriend. So they're good for viewing experience. I've noticed that in my many PGA Tour events that I've been to. So maybe like a good opportunity to think about. Did you play? You made 50 lineups last week. Did you play Lee Hodges in a single one of them?
I don't I did not.
Not a single one had Lee Hodges.
No,
he didn't fit any criteria. Course history.
Oh no, he was on one of them. And actually, what's funny is that I made a ho narrative lineup with Horschel, Hostler, all of them. There's 7 hoes in the field, and I got Højgaard. So I would have had a 5 or 6 with Højgaard, but I didn't end up making that lineup because I was like, this is leaving $3,400 on the table. But it could have been one of my better lineups, to be honest.
So Hodges would have been in the Ho lineup.
Yeah, I think he made a lineup. I'm pretty sure, like one of the recent form ones. Or something.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really have good recent form. He did have a 12th at the Scottish.
Oh yeah, so no one was on. This is what happens. This is the when we call it roulette, that's the green 0 hitting. So we all got skunked.
I'm with you. Lee Hodges was kind of like last summer, like 365 days ago. I would have put Lee Hodges and Wyndham Clark in the same category. Yeah, totally. Those are both 7K guys that were just consistent and made the cut that I thought were good. And it's just weird that Wyndham is a U.S. Open champion. It's not really weird that Lee has a PGA Tour win, but I don't think people realize how much of a leap Wyndham made. It would truly be like Lee Hodges winning an Open next year, in my opinion. That's what they were last summer. I always wrote them up, but I hadn't bet Lee Hodges in a really long time, so there was no FOMO there for me, but I did kind of invent him last summer, so I can victory lap Lee Hodges. Wrote him up. I bet him outright at the Rocket, which is similar to the 3M last year, so I was basically on him. We're right there.
Yeah, you had the right line of thinking.
Yeah, we had the right line of thinking. So you and your friends at the Fantasy Golf Pod, one of my favorite viewing experiences when I'm at work on Wednesday and I'm still at my desk and I open up YouTube and I'm like, wow, people are talking golf right now. Let me pop in. I'm always in the chat, trying to stir something up. Sometimes I've even joined from the office. So big fan of the pod. And you guys all linked up and played some golf. So where do you guys all live? Did people have to travel far for this golf outing?
Well, so I grew up with Eric Martins, Quagness, the co-host that we started the podcast 5 years ago. He's the one that would always tell me, hey, I think I'm going to click this guy. And I'm like, you're an idiot. And then we ended up deciding to talk to each other and make it live. So we're real, just not experts, just real friends. He and his wife, they live up in Fargo, North Dakota. So it's on the border of Minnesota. So technically, he can drive to a grocery store in Minnesota and drive back to his house and bring those groceries there. It's that close to the border of Minnesota, which is 4 hours from the Twin Cities where I live.
Okay.
So we often meet up north halfway. So he takes a 2-hour car ride. I take a 2-hour car ride, and then we meet up, play 27 holes, and ditch back. We're back by dinner time. It's great.
Yes.
This week, we played in Golden Valley at Brookview. So we played that on Saturday morning before going to the tournament. Josh lives out in St. Paul, Woodbury.
Yeah.
Technically. So it's about 25 minutes from where I live. But yeah, at 8:30.
What about Darbo?
Oh, Darbo lives somewhere else. I can't even tell you the city. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
But you guys all had to travel some sort of distance to play in this golf outing.
So Quagness slept over in my basement. He took the guest room in the basement. I did offer Darbo to sleep over, but he had a girlfriend that he could get straight. Yeah.
That's dope. I wish I had one of those.
Wow, damn. And brought her with, because dude, if you're firing without even trying 3 under pars, or just every hole you have a chance for birdie every single time, that's who Eric Darbo is. Of course, bring a girl with you on the golf outing.
Yeah.
This is a way to impress.
Well, did she kind of throw off? I hope she's not listening. Did she throw off the vibes of the guys' trip?
When he said, I'm going to bring a girl, I was like, okay, why the hell would you do that? But all right, whatever. But at the same time, because you're amazing at golf, of course, want to impress this woman. And he's the only last single guy that I even know of besides you. But ultimately,
I was a little bit worried. You forgot.
Yeah. So I'm 38 and I'm beyond the fact that you're dating people using this app and you're meeting girls at.
So was it was it a first date kind of thing? Or
I didn't ask. I don't think it was a first date. They seemed pretty familiar with each other.
Okay. So they were dating. They're dating.
Yeah. And it was entertaining to have the girl there because I had one of the best rounds of my life. And
it's a peacock effect.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe this.
You basically had a cart girl following you around for 18
and then so I make 4 birdies on this round, and every time I come off and I'm doing well, she's giving me golf claps.
Any TIBs, or were you draining putts?
Actually, I don't think I had any TIBs. I think I did have to rely on a little SG putting, so I was probably
so the
number one.
Gain putting, bent grass was.
Dude, okay. I had this perfect swing thought going with my driver. It was awesome.
Okay, so what was the swing thought?
So mushing driver. I'm trying to keep my left armpit closed.
Okay.
Which I'm a righty, so my left armpit.
Yeah.
And then when I'm taking it away, I take it away a little bit wider to try to stop it from fading a little bit. So I'm taking it away wider, and then I'm using a little hips at the top.
Yeah.
And then I'm swinging through, and I was just destroying these drives.
Strokes getting off the tee. You were just.
But hold on. Have you heard the good news?
What is the good news?
That marijuana is now legal in Minnesota.
Okay.
Smoke it if you got it.
So you were smoking on the course.
Well, no. I'm excited to go home and try weed for the first time ever tonight. Hello.
Wait, that just came into, it was just legalized? I know you smoked.
Yeah, today, literally, first day we're allowed to do it without the neighbor getting mad at you or whatever, or he calling the cops, I guess. I don't get it. You can walk down the street and smoke weed in Minnesota now. Either way, I'm happy about that. And then that ties into my betting card later. So just keep in mind that we're having good vibes in Minnesota right now. And I was okay on the front 9, not amazing. Whatever. About the 11th or 12th hole. I mean, this is because we played at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm not trying to wake and bake as much as the next guy, but at the same time, so I'm like into the round. We're about 11 o'clock or so, 11:30, and I'm like, let's just fire this thing up. Fired it up to the point. Maybe I shouldn't even say this, but anyway, to the point where I'm like barely able to see, and then I found it. The
weed made you swing better.
It's that movie How High, where because I practice and I get a little stoned.
Yeah, of course, that's like your alone time at the range.
Study high, take tests high, get high scores, or in this case, low scores. So we're dominating after that little stretch.
So what were the teams?
What's that?
It was you and Darbo.
We didn't end up. Well,
you didn't play like a match.
No, see, we didn't end up doing teams. We're just kind of lazy like that, and we kind of just started the round, and it just kind of went, and we were just doing individual scores. So
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I guess
you have to play a match, when you have 4 people, or bet on it or something.
It was like a little bit of a match between Eric and I, whose handicaps are similar. So Quagnus and I have about an 8-9, 7-8-9, and Quagnus coming off of shooting his record best 69 3 days earlier.
Was it a real course or what?
He plays off the whites, I want to say, or it was a shorter course. But when he has a shorter course, he is fucking Brian Harmon or Ches Reed. He is he's a killer.
Strokes gain short.
So he would probably dominate at the Wyndham.
Okay.
But so it was a little more like, hey, you and I are battling, and those two real golfers.
Okay, so I have to say something. Josh is a friend of ours. I like Josh. His Twitter persona, and he'll disagree with me, is that he's a good golfer. He posts his swing. He gives advice to other people. He talks about his handicap.
He pays people money to help him.
He gives off the impression that he is a good golfer. I log on to Twitter. Just got done at Brookville. Now heading to 3M Open. Who should we follow? And then you post the scores. Darbo 70, you 76, Swish 77 on a 6,300-yard course. What are you talking about? I'm actually upset that how bad he shot for how good he makes himself seem on Twitter. Everyone can have a bad day, whatever. But dude, did he publicly acknowledge that score or what happened? Because I need a written public statement about his round and how he shot a 77 on a 6,300 yard.
Tune in tomorrow to the Fantasy Golf Pod as Quagnus and I will give him a much shit.
Was he mad?
So yeah, I don't think, I've played a lot of rounds with Josh, and I've seen him upset. I've never seen him play or have a score that bad. Like, I don't.
Okay, so this was like an extreme outlier round.
And I didn't add it up or anything, or I didn't. If I had known that I needed a par on the last or whatever, or a bogey on the left to beat this dude, Josh, for the first time in my life, probably the only time I'll ever beat him, I probably would have fucked up and hit the water or something like that. But the fact that the scores were added up and mine was lower than Josh's blew my mind. And it was like, well, I had a really good round or whatever, but at the same time, he had.
Well, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
That's a great score. I'm happy for you. Made 4 birdies. I mean, I don't really know.
Well, the one shining shot though, I had a par 5, and it's the longest par 5 on the whole course, number 16, I think it was. You can't even get over the specific water on your second shot, so you do have to lay up. So I'm laid up to about 190, and that's a 5-iron for me. And I smoked this 5-iron fucking perfect, and it went like 4 feet away. So I had a birdie on that hole, a 5-iron from 190, and I was like, "Who the fuck am I? This is just let's go."
That's great. That's great to hear. I played some golf this weekend. I played Oak Hill. This
in the
weekend, we played like 3 holes in the rain. I made 2 bogeys. So that was kind of like my shining. Like, I played 18 holes, and my best scores, I made 2 fucking bogeys. It was impossible. I'm sure I'll talk about it more with Andy. I might go on his pod or something. That won't be like the talk of the pod. But yeah, it was absolutely fucking impossible. Like, it was just truly insane to play. It was cool to be like, oh, like I know like Brooks Koepka like did this and blah blah blah. Like the PGA was here, but it was easily the hardest course I've ever played in my whole life.
And did you have to play from the Blues?
No, we played from like the Blues. They were like, I mean, it was pretty long. I mean, we played from like 6,600 yards.
So then having 2 bogeys is probably good.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I 3-putted on the hole that Blocky made. The hole in one on.
No,
like that was like my best shot. Like, hit the green 9-iron. It was like 140, and then like just 3-putt like immediately. But yeah, I mean, I'm not good at golf, so it's kind of tough. Like, that playing that course above a 10 handicap, like, just really isn't for you. It's just not. But then me and John, PGA Tout, you know you love touts. We played Greystone. I got to accuse it.
Oh, cool.
We played on Sunday morning. One of the nicest, best public courses I've ever played in Rochester. It was a total vibe. Price for it was awesome. So if you're ever in the Rochester area, you need to play around a public golf, Greystone is your spot. Great time. Played a little bit better there. PJ Tout, great golfer. Want to say he's good. Bombs the ball. Great approach player. Tough putter, but you know that's fine. He'll appreciate me saying that. So I'm glad we both got some rounds in this weekend, and I hope Josh listens to this and explains himself.
Yeah, so
I'm embarrassed for it.
Oh, he's probably yelling and wishes he was here right now. I wanted to ask you another question.
Okay.
Do we have beef?
No. Why would we have beef?
Well, I, at the beginning of the year, declared for whatever reason that I thought that DFS was a better use of dollars than betting on golf.
Yeah.
Which
I'm pretty sure I was going to reply. I'm pretty sure you tweeted something recently that was like, DFS is the stupidest fucking thing ever. So I would like to know your thoughts.
No, and so that's why I was like, I hope that I don't have beef with the bettors in this industry, because I didn't think about this ultimately through, I guess, because I would compare maybe more or less like outright betting on long shots and playing DFS is similar, because like you can hit, it's possible to hit, but you're more likely not to hit either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I compare to, because I do love to bet on golf. It's one of the best sports to bet on. There's a lot of reasons to like it. And
and you're hot right now.
Go out of my way to like make that statement. I feel terrible about saying that. And I shouldn't have said that. So I feel like I can admit that I was wrong with that. So
no, I don't. I think it's not like the worst take I've ever heard. Like I think outright betting is way better than DFS. It's not.
Well, it's more. So there's different ways to get off each week on the PGA Tour, and you could either do it through outrights or whatever else, and you could probably hit 1 or 2 and have a profitable season depending on who hits. I think that if you really wanted to take golf and make it more of like an ROI type of situation or whatever, you're not going to do that necessarily through I mean, you might through outright betting.
I think a lot of people would actually.
But compared to going like on the head-to-head market or looking for exploiting matches in like the matches or whatever, like I don't necessarily do that. I don't have the math behind any of that or if that's even real. But I think that doing that is going to give you more of an ROI than actually betting outright, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't know how is, because dude, there was like a time where you were taking a shower with your clothes on, not like more than a month and a half ago. And then you're like Mr. First Round Leader King.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably still not. Well, that was hard. I mean, the Keegan first round leader at the Travelers, that was truly like the worst day ever. Like fires a -8 early, and then fucking the biggest loser on the PGA Tour, fucking Denny McCarthy, fires a like that was horrible.
Those were tough.
Yeah. But that was more like, that was just for content. Like I just knew it would be funny if I just went into the shower and said I was retiring from betting. But that was a bad beat. But no, I haven't had a great season. I've only hit like 3 outrights, and I bet like 7x, so I have to hit one like every 7 weeks. So I'm definitely down. First round leader, I'm probably up because I hit like 3 in 2 weeks. But I don't do it to like track. Like I don't have a fucking spreadsheet that tells me how much I'm up or down this year because I don't want to know. Betting golf is fun. Yeah. Like I'm fine losing if I'm down $1,000 this year. I don't give a fuck at all. Like that's not an issue for me at all. I bet money that I can lose. When I bet outrights on a week, I expect to lose all of that money.
Sure.
No, but
that's we have to preface like we're doing this show. You're giving out names and stuff, but like we're not advising them to actually like.
And I know we've talked about this, but I would say most people that listen make their own bets and makes their own cards. Like no one just like I mean, I know. Shout out some people that like. After like I hit those 2 first round leaders, like, oh my God, I'm like, you've been tailing my first round leaders all year? Like, holy fuck, like that must have sucked, but it came through. Right. But yeah, I think people just like to listen to podcasts and see who people like, and then they bet whoever they want.
Yeah. Exactly. You're getting, like I'm on the fence about a name, and now I've heard it 3 times. All right, fine. I'm going in with these guys, and we'll celebrate on Sunday on the tour.
But that was a pretty good pick. I would say 200-1 Billy Horschel. He finished in the top 10. Like, boom. Yeah. Like, you could Vic lap that one.
I don't know. That was literally, I wasn't planning on betting, but I mean, at the same time, like, it's my hometown event and whatever.
You gotta bet.
My guy's Billy Horschel. I did.
Why don't you do the house bet anymore?
Why don't I do it?
Yeah, I feel like that's good content.
I know it is kind of good content. I should do it. Well, the reason I got, because it's not really, I'm never betting the house. And so then, like
that's the joke.
I have a little bit of a conflict of interest. Like, do I want to influence people to make these bets that I know are stupid bets and it's just be for fun? Like, and I worry that some people might actually.
No, but the thing about golf is that it's different. You're not giving out a -110 football matchup. Like, slam this, put the house on it. You're putting out something that's 20, 30, 40 to 1. Well, and then you don't expect it to actually win.
Even if it does, 125 to 1.
Yeah, you did. I mean, right here on my show, and you.
No, the reason I'm doing the house bet is because I sell houses for a living, and I like to pretend.
Yeah, but the joke is that you put like $5 on it.
Yeah, and then that's the fun part about it is like I'll actually only put 10. I should start betting again and then doing the house.
Yeah, because I think people want to know who your house bet is.
Do they really though?
I think so. I think people would be like, "Oh, Chad."
Yeah, leave a comment in this comment section. If I get someone saying do the house bet, I'll do more often.
Yeah, I'll write it on my burner.
But I have to feel the house bet. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Like.
Do you have?
I was doing it to the point of just doing it, and then I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta pick a name." But like, I opened up the betting board for the 3 I'm open. I see 200 to 1 on my guy Billy Horschel, who I watched on the range 2 days earlier.
Florida guy.
There we go. In a Florida narrative, right? Exactly.
So you want to talk about? Wait, Josh? Did Josh tweet? Yeah, he did. Slight rain delay. That was interesting. That was good content. He put out the who wins in the scratch, who wins in the scramble, a scratch and an 8, or a 16 and a 21. But every time the 21 and the 17 hit the green, it's just a 1 putt. So they're +2 through 9, which. Because I was 17, so I kind of wanted them to win, and I felt like if I was teamed up with like a 20, we could be better than +2. But I don't know, maybe they're lying about their handicap and they're not actually that good.
Yeah. Or Josh is just playing better than he normally does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done with Josh, to be honest.
Or you know what he needs to do next time is he needs to have like his drunk. He chugs a beer every hole, and then I do a weed joint every hole, and I'm an 8-1. We just do like, battle of the drugs.
Yeah, no. Was Josh drinking a lot when you guys played on Saturday?
I think after the first few holes, when because as a golfer, you kind of know if you got it that day or not, and like, what am I fighting this day, and can I fight through that? And I think there was a point where he just decided to mail it in. But again, like we were not taking it too seriously, except for when I start having a great round, then I'm kind of more or less focused, and I'm like going up there with oh my gosh, my swing thought, and like, But I don't know, you kind of like. I would say I would put over under maybe 5-6 beers in the round.
That's a lot. I don't drink when I play, to be honest.
I've noticed that I can't drink more than a couple. I mean, if I have like an IPA at the beginning of the round, like fuck my back nine. Like I can't.
Yeah, I just play horrible. I'm not good at golf in general, so I'm not going to do something that makes me worse at golf. Like I love to drink. Everyone knows I love to play golf. I don't mix the two. Like,
so the Coors Light at like the back nine and the 12th and 11th, that's fine. I'll do that.
Yeah, if I'm like playing all right, I might have a beer like in the round, but like I don't drink when I play.
But apparently the Rip Chippity Dip Dip, when I was firing that up on the 14th or whenever I hit that helped me out. That was the Popeyes.
Yeah, I used to smoke pot. I don't anymore. I think it helps a little bit, but it can also get you. Like you can't have too many swing thoughts, and weed could easily do that.
Exactly. That was what.
That's probably not the best. But you want to talk some Wyndham?
Windy C, dude. You created the Windy C.
Yeah, but I created it for Wyndham Clark. I didn't. But it also works for this event.
But you know who created the Windy C is Joe Idoni was Mr. Wyndham Clark. Or Mr. Wyndham Championship.
Yeah, he won like $100,000.
I'm gonna try to get him to show up tomorrow for the fantasy golf pod.
He's still riding that high. But what are your overall thoughts on the Wyndham Championship? Like, what are the made up stats and stuff that you're looking at this week?
You got to find the fairway,
Yes.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, why did you tweet that this is a fair betting board? Specifically
because PointsBet had crazy odds early Monday morning.
Well, shit, because I must not have gotten the right numbers because so before I started the podcast today with you and I wanted to get some research in, I was trying to figure out who the smart people were on, and then I listened to their content and I got their names, and then all of them were like, I got this guy at 50 to 1 or 44 to 1 or 33 to 1. And all of them, I'm like, shit, I don't have any of those good numbers. So
I mean, you also don't live in a legal state, but there were but that's again, you have to bet early Monday morning. Like that's just,
but how do you do that? You just make your decision in your brain before you wake up, like on Sunday night going to bed. You're like, if it's under 25 to 1 or if it's at 30.
Yeah, I think you could. Yeah, I think it's good to have a good idea Sunday night. But then also, if you do this every single week, if someone's a quote unquote good number. Sure. Like just by looking at it.
So is it more important to get see? I debate in my head. Like I wanted to make bets for this show,
but
so I said I'm not getting the 33, but I'm still taking the 25.
Yeah. I also, if your process is you need to place bets Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and that's when you feel like you have the most information, but you bet them at worse numbers, I have no problem.
Okay.
Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't make the majority of my bets Monday morning. I probably bet like 2, 3, 4 guys. And then I usually fill out my betting card at the end of the week because I don't want to just bet someone because they're at a good number.
I did not consult the most popular bets prior to making my own bets, which probably was a mistake. But then I did consult it, and I've realized that I'm on the community bet.
That's fine, problem? Where do you stand on the community bet being good or bad?
I think it's once a year, twice a year it hits. Like it could happen. Yeah. Like that's 1 out of 50 times. That's not that bad.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I'm a little nervous because I don't think I've ever actually successfully converted a community bet. Maybe well, I guess Brooks at the win or at the.
No, you were on Homa at Farmers.
Oh yeah, that was this year. I was on him.
That was it.
So it's fun when the community hits because we're not hitting against each other. Like I'm not losing money to you.
Yeah.
So
I love community wins. Those are usually the bets I'm on. So when they hit, I'm usually on. And then when they when they hit and you're not on, we have massive FOMO.
Yeah, I hate that. And then I just don't want to log into Twitter at all.
Yeah.
How is everyone so much smarter than me? Fuck.
Yeah. All right. So
top of the board, dude. They're
top
all
of the board.
20-1. How is this a thing? What the hell?
The odds are so fair. I mean, everyone's over 20-1. There's not someone that you can't bet, but under 25-1. Decky, Henley, Siwoo, Sanjay, your guy, and Denny all under 25-1. Did you bet any of these guys? Who do you like in this range? Who did you start your betting card with?
Dude, one of the names is not like the others, and the one that is the winner of more tournaments is Sam Burns. 5 wins since the start of 2021.
Yeah.
And he's 25-1 compared to the 20s I saw. So I went with Sam Burns.
Okay, you bet Sam Burns.
Yeah, I decided, okay, if we're going to have a guy that's won 5 times versus Decky, who's won 3 there, Henley's got the win in November. Well, this is since Sam Burns' first win.
Yeah.
You know. And then Siwoo's got 2 wins since Sam Burns' win in 2020.
Sanjay's won dick.
And Sanjay's got a win. The fact that Sanjay is the TPG, the top price guy on DraftKings this week, is irritating.
Makes no sense. He sucks.
I know he's bad now.
He's bad. I mean, he does have good course history.
That's the only reason why he's priced the way.
Yeah, I don't understand that pricing at all from Sanjay.
Yeah, so no thanks to that. Even though I love Sanjay or whatever, but last week my buddy was texting me, I'm on Sanjay 3M Open, Sanjay 150th start and all this stuff, and I'm like, I can't have like one of my best friends in Minnesota be on Sanjay for $1 million and then me not bet it. So I went
and then he missed the cut.
Yeah, I blew some money on him, and then whatever. So
you're in on Burns.
Yeah. But I did the theme this week of 420 because of the, marijuana being legal in Minnesota.
Yeah,
so we got
Burns. Okay.
Yeah, we got $16.80 to win 420.
Sick.
Yeah. And then I did the same with Denny.
So you bet 2 guys at the top of the board. You're on Denny.
Well, 25-1. Okay. So I allocated $50 total for this show.
Wow.
Yeah. Big bucks. So then I got 1680 on both Burns and Denny to win 420. And then I decided to go.
Why did you bet Denny?
Why did I bet him?
Yeah. Why are you on Denny? Because Joe's on him or what?
No, I'm influenced by my guy, Joe Idoni, on the Preferred Lines podcast, a Monday night program. Find it streaming on YouTube. Go like and subscribe. Yes. But he is Mr. Denny. Yeah. I foolishly used Denny over Brian Harman. There was a debate. I even tweeted it out. I even debated Josh, and I debated Eric Quagg.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I decided to go
with Denny. Who won that poll? Or was it skewed because...
No, Siwoo won the poll because I think that people, they vote who they don't like the most on those polls to try to fuck the poll results. So whatever, Siwoo won the poll on the $7,300 guys at the Open, which is a mistake because Brian Harman was clearly the one you needed. And this week, I think I'm not going to get away. I used to be worried about a miscut, but I think that a miscut helps people. I think it resets him. He gets back over here. This Denny McCarthy dude, he is actually a different guy. This is a little Wyndham Clarkey. Where are we also not only good at putting, but good at other parts of our game now? So at 25-1, he's been waiting, knocking on the door, top 10s. I'm not missing this if Joe Idoni is influencing me. I have to do it.
Yeah, so I want to bet Denny. Like I'm close to betting him. I have some FOMO on him, but I don't like this take because again, like Brian Harman just won the Open. I think Denny's a loser. I don't think Denny has that dog in him. But at the same time, we see guys get close and they learn from it and then they go out and win. But that was so embarrassing at the John Deere. Like you're playing in the second to last group. You're like one back and you shoot like even par and you're going up against a bunch of jabronis and you're one of the favorites in the event. But again, he goes out and shoots $1 million at the Open Championship. But at the same time, this is a great course for him. Got to have a spike putter, got to be a good wedge player, accurate off the tee. Like that's Denny. He's played well here. I got to make a decision on him, but I genuinely just I think he's a loser. But he is having a great year, and it could just be a situation where he's going to get a win. But whatever.
I'm close to tweeting a poll: is Denny McCarthy ever going to win on tour like I do with Tommy Fleetwood? Yeah, there's a point where they're pathetically.
It's getting there with Denny. I think this is a great opportunity for him this week, but I don't know. I don't have a good gut feel about him, but I did bet Poston this morning. I mean, Monday, I woke up Monday morning, and obviously I'm in tune to what's going on, and I knew Poston was playing really well. He had a bunch of good starts in a row, and he's won here. So I was like, okay, he'll probably be like 25, 30 to 1, and he was 40 to 1 on PointsBet. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm willing to take the plunge at 40 to 1 on a guy that's playing unbelievable golf, and he's won here, and he's shown he can win on the PGA Tour. And honestly, you could still get him at 33 to 1. Like, I don't hate that. Like, I don't, there's no reason in the world that he should be higher priced and longer odds to win this tournament than Sanjay M. There's no reason in the world. They have the same amount of PGA Tour wins. They both play well here. Yeah. Poston's in better form. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think Poston's this price this week, but I don't like the fact that this will be his 5th event in a row. This will be the 5th time in a row he's teeing it up. So I don't like that. I don't think golf.
Yeah, but dude, his results it's 6th, 41st, second in his.
I know.
He's amazing.
I know, but you got to be tired, bruh.
Oh God, right? I hate that.
There might be some fatigue factor.
I know. I'm always concerned about the fatigue. But okay, I do the narratives. I've done the narratives now on this tournament 2 times. So this is the 3rd year of doing the narratives, and the narratives say the people that are in best form, they consistently do the best. So that really makes
the recent form has fucked here.
Yes, and then it's 9,200 on DraftKings, which is like, holy crap, that's like almost a free square.
So just recent form, guys.
And so you got that.
That's what you do at the Wyndham.
Yeah, so you can look at maybe Cam Davis coming off of a 10th. I don't know. You got
Bombers don't win here. This is a pretty long event history, and I know like anything could change, but if you look at the winners of this event, not a single one is someone that you think, oh, this is a bomber. He's a lead off the tee. It's all like short knockers. Not that they can't win, but it's just I do have a hesitation with playing bombers here.
Okay, so don't do that. But I got other names if you want.
What about I like Smalley. I bet him at 70 to 1. He's 40 to 1 now.
Holy shit, 70. Again, I'd take that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Again, Smalley kind of a loser. Like, I don't really trust him to win a PGA Tour event. I don't love it at 40. I would not bet him at 40 to 1.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean, you could bet this. You could put this into your narrative. He actually said that there's added pressure to play well here. He's like, I'm a member. I should play well. And it seems to be like in his own head a little bit. It's not like I'm going to come out here and just beat everybody. He's got a little bit of nerves about it.
You know that the last time this happened was Matthew Jordan at the Open, where we're like, oh God, he's going to have pressure. Well. How can he perform well? And he was fucking amazing.
You like Rye this week?
Is that his home course?
No, I'm just asking if you like Aaron Rye this week.
Well, no, I just take what the industry tells me, and I got my guy John Hasselbauer, PGA tout, telling me to grab Hadwin out there.
I bet him. I bet Hadwin.
Yeah, I mean, now there's some people in the industry that I'm like, oh, cool guess, nice job guessing, and I'm not tailing your guess, but if John Hasselbauer, PGA tout, who he's literally been like, here, I'm gonna hit a home run. And hit a home run, and I'm like, what the hell? So he's done this before, so I'm okay with him.
And it was at the Wyndham. I was with John all last weekend. He was talking up Hadwin.
Yeah. So what? So I don't even care the reasons. I'm in on Hadwin. He missed the cut. Perfect. I love that.
Boom. Get a discount on him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so, he's played well here. Huge.
What did I bet? Oh, I bet $4.20 on Hadwin.
Wow. I mean, you hammered him. I mean, you might have moved the line, to be honest. Yeah, I bet Hadwin. That's just. Me supporting my friend John. I also bet Hadwin last week, so I would feel bad not being on him again. But he's a good putter.
What about Jaeger Bombs? Your guy?
No, he sucks. He can't win.
He's bad.
He can't win. I mean, he's fine. He'll finish top 20, but he can't win.
No, See, 8,900 on DraftKings feels kind of like a cash game play in a way.
Yeah, he makes a lot of cuts. He's more of a bent guy, though. Honestly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm out on Jaeger Bombs this week. Even though, if Jaeger Bombs ever wins, I invented him. That's for sure. So my first click, first instinct, Friday night. Actually, I was like, I'm betting Brendan Todd this week. I was in on Brendan Todd this week. I bet him at 110. It's insane that he's 55-1 right now.
That is insane.
Like you have to get these guys early and kind of have a know about what's gonna happen. He's also 26-1 on Bookmaker, which is a very sharp book. He opened at 26-1 on like one of the sharpest books because he knew everyone was gonna bet him. But I love Todd this week. Like I love Brendan Todd here. This is a Brendan Todd course, shorter, positional, can gain 8 strokes putting. I love the 110-1. I hammered it. I threw $50 on it. $50 on 100-1 guy. You like that, Chad?
I do. That's a real bet. That's a move out of the parents' basement bet.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm actually going to cheer for Todd over my bets. I don't even want my bets to win.
It wouldn't really be that big a deal if he won, honestly. I wouldn't do anything with it. But yeah, 55-1. I mean, I think he's going to win, so it's kind of tough, but I love Todd.
Yeah, Todd, 55. Yeah.
That's kind of tough on Brendan Todd, but he was just in the mix at the John Deere.
Yeah.
Maybe get a little bit of motivation from falling short. Made the cut at the Open. Why the hell not? Be top. You like Kirk this week? I think this is a good course for Kirk.
Yeah, cash game Kirk, baby.
Cash game Kirk.
Well, we like Kirk. We've always liked Kirk because of his story. He hates alcohol now, so
yeah,
we like that about him.
He's out on booze. How do you feel about your boy Billy Horschel being 60-1?
$4.20 on that, baby.
So you're back on the well at Bill, now, on Billy.
I got a 50, so you can get a 60. A 50 is a joke. I was like,
yeah, it was 200 last week.
Yeah, like,
but he fucks here.
Which is weird because I think that he's the type of player that finds it and feels it for a couple events or in a row, and you can see it coming a little bit. I did watch him grind it out on the range and like seems kind of angry. You know, we can say that about people. Do you think that people can magically become motivated?
Did you see his like post that he did? That was kind of embarrassing.
His little selfie in the hotel.
Like, congrats! Like you finished top 15 in the PGA Tour.
He's like, I'm so happy I had 4 rounds under 70 for the first like months.
Like, good for him. Like, no beef. It's just like,
no, I know, and maybe he's just trying to convince himself.
What do you think about JT though? What's your take on him? Like,
okay, so league? JT needs a T18 in order to get into the playoffs. So then I went out of my way to look at that T20 number, and it was plus 170 on the book that I had, which means that in order to win $4.20, I would have to bet $2.47. Like, I'm not doing that. And then after that, I looked up his miscut bet odds, and I couldn't, and they didn't have them because
that's kind of that's sharp because he's probably gonna miss the cut.
He'll probably miss the cut. Yeah. Now, Josh is kind of the guy that looks between the numbers in certain ways and says, like, the numbers on those 3 holes make these numbers look all
fuck
bad.
JT. I want to say this. His press conference was fucking embarrassing. Let me pull it up because it's actually the most embarrassing thing I fucking hate Elon too. The fucking X says that, like, okay, it's fine. Let me pull it up because I'm like, do I have Twitter open? No, I don't.
Are you talking about how he said that he has it going?
Yes. He's like, I'm close. Like, I've just had like a couple bad holes. Like,
I think what he's close in comparison to how like Spieth and Fowler were not close. Like, I don't think his swing is ultimately that broken or like can't be fixed. And I think a lot of what is bothering him is the short game, and then it bleeds into it just festers in his brain. So I think that the putting let's just say he has 5 strokes putting in 1 round. You don't think that's gonna like carry over to the confidence in every other aspect? Because he's pretty accurate and good off the tee. He's been a good wedge player ultimately. So I wanted to bet him at 50-1, but I couldn't find it. I can only find a 33, so I decided I don't want in on any JT.
Where the hell is this quote?
But JT on DraftKings, I did calculate a little ownership before talking to you because I had a little time to kill. And I don't know if he's going to be that owned. I think he's going to be like 10%.
Yeah, because people think he sucks.
So ultimately they're starting to figure it out.
But basically he's just like, I'm really not that far away. Like, it really wasn't that bad of a score. Like, because I just had 2 holes. You're a professional golfer. You can't have blow up holes and expect to make the cut. And he's like, oh, well, if those holes didn't happen, I could have finished T15 and no one would be talking about it. You sound like a fucking 20 handicap that says if I didn't put it in the water on this hole, like what are you talking about? You shot 80 in 2 straight major rounds. Like, I just don't like the way he's going about it and like downplaying it and making it seem like he obviously could be close, but don't be like, oh, well, it was only 3 holes that had blowups. It's like, who fucking made those blowups? It was you. Are there your peers around you doing that? Did fucking Peter Quest make the cut over you? Was he playing the same course?
Yeah.
Did fucking Zach Blair finish in the top fucking 10, JT? He had to golf his ball for 18 holes. Like, it's just ridiculous from JT. I don't like JT. I really don't like him now. That's my little JT rant. I hope he misses the cut this week. And he says, oh, well, if I didn't just triple that hole, like I could have shut the fuck up. Seriously. Sorry about the JT rant. I don't think
I don't mind it.
Cares about him.
That just is shocking for me personally witnessing the amount of time that he was spending in the sun on the practice round or little area at the 3M Open and then to miss the cut. Hilarious.
He was right there though.
So I have a long shot. I don't know why.
What guys
in my brain? Like? So whatever. I guess I like did enough stat looking at with this narrative thing that this MJ Duffy guy kept
MJ
coming
Duffy. Up. You're in on MJ.
And he's 250 to 1.
You hammered it?
Yeah, $1.68 to win 420.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's he been up to? Has he been pounding ass?
I don't know. He was at the 3M Open. He's making cuts.
He's made his last 3 cuts.
Yeah, so he's making cuts. The thing I thought I think maybe he's accurate off the tee or what. I don't know.
I think he's more of a bomber, to be honest.
Okay, well, I don't know. Either way, he did sign an autograph for my son, and I had no idea who he was, and I couldn't. So, like, I did know most everyone, where they're like, all the dads are like, who's this? And I'm like, it's Tony Finau. You fuck. It's Hideki. Yes. It was literally Hideki. I'm like, it's Hideki Matsuyama. You don't know him. He won the These people are just idiots. But for MJ Duffy, I was like, oh, gosh, who is that? Yeah. But he signed MJ all big nicely so I was like, ha. So I'm into him.
Did your son have a good time? Like, does he care about golf? Have you posted his swing videos before? You take him out to the range?
Has he ever been to a lesson? No, he's pretty much better than I am, actually.
Really? So like you don't have to pay for college?
No, I don't know if I will have to, actually, because his father or my father.
But does he like it, though?
Oh, he loves it.
Okay, then you're fine.
And
as long as he likes it, then.
So last week at the practice, he made like a 30-footer, and everyone told him, congrats on your hole-in-one. It was awesome. And
that's how old's your son?
6.
I mean, yeah, that's basically a hole-in-one.
So I did want to say that I took him to the practice round, and I've taken him to the practice round. Now this is the 4th or 5th year or whatever. They have, if it's not, it's live influenced. I think that they've got like music playing, they've got stuff for kids. It's like more food trucks. Shit is actually set up on Tuesday morning versus when we would go there in the past on Tuesday morning, nothing was set up yet. They're like, oh, we don't care about you. So it was much more catered towards the fans.
So Live One, basically.
Yeah, I swear it was all Live influence. Or I do want to say it might have been Waste Management Phoenix Open influence because they just want to make you feel like you're going to a party and drink a bunch of beer that's $8. So like they're just forcing this type of atmosphere on you.
Yeah.
But it was awesome, I thought.
What does 3M do?
They do like Scotch tape and
they make tape
products for offices, like Post-it notes. Have you ever done that?
Okay, that's pretty lame.
They're a giant science company, so they were like doing plastics and orthotics and like stuff that helps humanity do things easier.
So let me pull it up. Who's your recent form? Because that's the one we should tell.
So Poston and Jaeger, McCarthy, Rye, Norman, and your guy Quest. Is Quest
is on Quest? The recent?
Is he good at golf?
Yeah, he has potential.
He was awesome. He was so nice to everybody and was just like smiling. And I'm like,
he's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. Vinny Norm, Ryder Cup.
Probably. Come on.
He has a better case than Ludwig.
Okay, so I have live bet because there's a live event.
Okay. It's at the Greenbrier.
Yeah, I bet $4.20 on the Mr. Greenbrier.
Who's that?
Sebastian Munoz.
Okay. So
he
you're
has
in
the
on
number one
Munoz.
strokes gained average and almost, I think, total on the old white TPC because he was 3rd in 2017 and 7th in 2019.
I thought he won it 1 year too.
No, he won Sanderson or something.
Okay, another green event in the fall.
Another Bermuda thing. But yeah, Munoz has
What about Joaquin Neiman? He won there.
Yeah, but Neiman has quit trying. Have you noticed this?
I know.
He got married.
I won't bet him.
He's drinking.
Yeah, don't get married, guys.
Yeah, don't get married. But yeah, no, Munoz has 2 top 5s in his last 3 starts, and he has 1 runner-up, and that was the 3rd event this year. So $4 and 20 cents.
I'm down for Munoz. I'll tell you on Munoz. I don't really like betting live, but now that I got some,
you open up the live board and you're like, what? Brendan Grace is 33. Like the numbers are ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, there's only like a few people in the field, but
yeah,
I don't think anyone really cares about. I'm embarrassed with
live.
I'm embarrassed with the 17 and the 21. They're +1 on 13. Like, what are you doing? 6,200 yards? Embarrassing. Like, I'm telling you, if I got my 20 handicap, buddy, and all we had to do was hit the green, we could absolutely shoot a couple under.
No, I didn't watch. Well, I turned the live stream on for like 6 seconds, and then I don't know how talented those 20 and 19 are, because maybe they're better at putting, and then that wouldn't help you.
Yeah. What?
Like you're making all your strokes and your handicaps based on you putting, and then all you do is you get on the green and you get to 1 putt. Well, then your irons suck, so you can't be bailed out by your putter if you're 20 handicap.
I mean, that's valid. I mean, I'm a horrible iron player, but a good putter, so I understand that. But I think in a scramble, like me and my buddy, if we went out, we would have a shot at the green, and one of us could get, like, we wouldn't be making bogeys. You know what I mean?
Why would you even want to play golf as a 20 handicap?
You were a 20 handicap at one point.
Maybe when I was 16.
Yeah, that was kind of like rude. Like, we might have beef after that statement. To be honest, like,
I see these hacks out there, and I'm like, is this even fun for you? And I try to convince my brother, and he's terrible at golf, to play with me. And it's like, is that even fun to do?
Yeah, I think it is. And like, you have the potential to like get better.
Yeah.
But if you ever want to play a match, I'll beat your ass.
You will?
Yeah, I will after that statement. Like,
I will, like,
yeah, no, you're obviously
I should come visit you.
You give me like 10. You give me like 10 strokes. I'll beat your ass. I'm never gonna come to Minnesota, but if you're ever in the area, you're giving me 10 strokes, and I will beat you.
I don't know. Yeah, see, I went to New York once. It was okay.
It was a vibe.
Yeah, I went with my buddy.
Chill? What beer are you drinking?
This is one of Josh's Mick Goldens.
What the hell is that?
Sorry, my thing. Lake Life, Mick Golden Light. You don't sell these outside of Minnesota, I guess. So, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Did you? So how's Tap and Birdie? Are you guys are you enjoying yourself still?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, no one really cares about golf anymore.
It is tough now that it's football season. You should do the Tap in football.
It's not football season.
Wasn't the Hall of Fame game on Thursday?
Yeah. I don't think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Maybe. I don't know.
I used to cut my teeth in fantasy football. That's where I first began my love of
no, I don't give I just do this like for fun. Like, I don't give a fuck like if anyone listens or anything.
Dude, you're doing fine. You're doing great.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But again, I don't. But yeah, I mean, the good part of golf season is over.
Yeah.
Only sickos care from now on.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be like grinding to do this in the fall, especially if like good players aren't in the fields. Like, I'll be betting, but I might, kind of take a step back and like focus on my job and shit.
How is the job?
Job's good.
You got a promotion recently.
Yeah, life's good. Like, no.
So do you have to work more, or is it the same amount of work?
No, I didn't get a promotion. I just like got paid a bunch of money.
Oh, well, that's kind of the same.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, works good.
And then what about you're going on dates to movie theaters?
What?
Didn't you go to a movie theater recently?
I saw a movie. I went with it with a friend. It wasn't a date. It was a dude. So.
Oh, damn.
I don't think Oppenheimer's like a good like first date spot.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that's weird. But I did see your tweet about drinking beer at a movie theater, and it was only like 10 years ago they started doing that.
Yeah, I mean, most movie theaters I go to don't have a bar.
Like, what a mistake that was.
If I'm seeing a movie, I want a fucking beer.
That they should have done that. In the 1940s.
I don't want like popcorn and soda. I want a fucking beer.
Yeah.
More movie theaters needs to have bars. That is like definitely one of my takes.
So would you ever bring a girl golfing with you?
There would have to be like a serious girlfriend.
Oh, because I did golf once with a girl, and I was like maybe 14 or something.
Okay.
And she was better than I was, and it was not a good idea.
Was it like a romantic outing?
It was supposed to be, and then I got embarrassed, and so then I'm not. And then I'm
women can't be good at sports? You fucking misogynist?
No. I just thought I was cool and good, and how is this girl going to be better than me? And then she's better than me, so then I'm like acting like a fool, and then I'm doing like the Happy Gilmore swing, and not caring because it's
and this was not your wife.
This is not my wife.
Okay,
but no, I did go golf with my wife the other day. Actually,
no, I think it's more like it's a thing. I see it on like TikTok and Instagram and shit. Like when you have a serious girlfriend, you like take them and they just like ride in the cart and you.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Like Darbo vibe.
Yeah. That's not my vibe right now.
No,
I'm not
my wife, I don't know if she was on JV in high school, but that was pretty much the last time she's played. And then we went out last week or 2 weeks ago. We played 3 holes and then got rained on. But the first 3 holes we were playing a scramble and she bailed us out on one time with a chip. That was like hilariously good. And then another time had a drive that outdrove me from the reds. It was insane. And then we had 3 pars.
You guys got to go out again.
Dude, I was like,
who's
what are we
watch
doing
the
here?
Kids though?
So we quit while we were ahead, and we.
Who's gonna watch the kids though? You have a good babysitter?
Yeah, I got a babysitter. So we got this chick from our church who comes on Fridays. Is pretty good, solid. And then my aunt doesn't have any kids, and she's 50, so she's like all about it. So she's like constantly texting me, do you guys want to go out? Do you guys want to go out?
Oh, that's great.
I know. It's amazing.
How many kids do you have?
3. So I have a 6-year-old. He's about to be in first grade, Liam, who's a good golfer. And then I got Olivia, who I skipped a dance thing, a princess dance thing to come hang out with you. Wow. But then, and then Lucas, who's almost 2 in October, he'll be 2. And he's hilarious. He's already lost his little tooth right here. So he's got only this one tooth. And it's like the signature of his face now because it's like
so.
It's hilarious. Cute little kid.
It like are the ages like jiving?
Yeah.
Like when was it worse?
The worst was last summer at this time, where the one is not even 1, and he's like just barely crawling. So
you've had 3 kids. What age are the kid most difficult?
So they're pretty much always difficult.
Yes.
And they suck.
Which is why
Liam's just about like okay now, where he's 6.5, and that's like okay. I can see because Martin's has like a 7, a 9, and a 6-year-old, so like he's about like over with kids. So I can see his life. I'm like, how do you get to do these things? But yeah, so the infant stage is the fucking worst by far. So
like 1 to 2, I thought 2 was bad. Like
0 to 8 months or so. Oh, the worst because you don't get any sleep. It's terrible. Now Olivia, so you say the terrible 2s, but it's really the 3-nager. And then the girl, so this
3-nager.
When they're 3, they become like this teenage brat, like this, like they're in charge and they cry and they scream and they do all this stuff. So my 3-nager daughter, who's been 3 now for almost a year, is like just cries and just throws tantrums, is coming into our room at all hours of the night, just insane, doing different things. And it's like, I don't want to say this, but she's the B word a lot. I'm like, okay, don't be that.
Is she like supportive and caring of your younger son?
Which, yes, I will say they get
because I think that's also a thing is that an older sister helps out with the younger brother, whereas an older brother won't.
Oh yeah, the older brother's like intentionally mean.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Honestly.
But no, Olivia wants to be the mom. It's the greatest thing ever. So.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm never having kids personally, so I'm not gonna have to deal with any of this.
Yeah.
But
no, I will say though, girls are way better than boys so far.
Confirmed.
I'd rather have a million girls than any boys.
Really?
And then I'm already, so my little brother has 3 boys, and I at least got the reprieve of the middle girl. But I can just already tell that my little brother, he's going to have to pay so much money for food. It's going to be insane.
I thought girls are more expensive than guys.
Well, they probably are actually, but the food thing, I cannot believe how much Liam eats. Like I'm like, I'm putting a pile of food on his plate. I turn around, it's gone, and then he's eating the dessert for the dinner, and then I put everyone else kind of into bed, and I come back down, and I'm like, Liam, you got 10 minutes. He's like, I'm starving. I'm like, what the hell? It's 8 o'clock. I'm like, how are you starving? So I'm like, fine. Here's a bowl of carrots. Turn around, destroyed, gone, deleted all of them in 30 seconds. I'm like, did you eat all of those? Like, did you even chew them? It's insane.
That's tough, but he'll make you money once he plays on the PGA Tour.
True.
And we play him at like 6.
No, he's just going to become a realtor, work for the Eckert Group. He died in Realty, and he died in Minnesota. I'm dying in Realty. My initials are CHE. That's where I came up. And I work for Edina Realty.
Yes.
Does anyone know that?
I think it's like pretty self-evident. Remember when you got roasted by that like Timberwolves reporter?
He's like, I wish I could sell houses in Edina for a living. And I'm like, I've had one listing in Edina.
Like, what's your beef with Edina?
Well, Edina's the cake eater, like rich city.
So then why would that?
No, he thinks that because I work for Edina Realty, I sell only houses in Edina. That's how ignorantly dumb that person was.
Yeah, but what did you say to him?
Well, Dave was depressed about another day of having Glenn Taylor as the Timberwolves owner, and he was crying about Glenn Taylor is just miserable. And I'm like, no fucking shit, bro. Don't work for the Timberwolves. Like, obviously you're depressed working for the Timberwolves. And then you're trying to have a podcast about the Timberwolves. It's not going to be fun. I'll tell you that much, because they suck and they're annoying and they do terrible decisions. So then I was like, are you depressed, dude? Yeah, here's I did the GIF, like, I'm depressed, have a cookie. And he was like, I wish I could have a real estate degree or whatever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You could become a realtor tomorrow. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think he was like making fun of you for your job.
Because I have Edina in my name, and therefore
I don't know. I know.
That's why. It's his thought process was like, he's some rich guy. I'm a podcaster trying to make it. Don't make fun of me. And I'm like, dude, you work for the Timberwolves. Of course it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Timberwolves.
No, Dave Moore is the worst. Okay, so if Dave Moore is watching this, Dave Moore, you're a loser, and I don't like you. So there's
he probably is watching. To be honest, exactly. He's a big TIB fan.
No, I mean, yeah, tough scene being a fan of the Timberwolves. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, I've been following them, and they've been tough. But
hey, BK, I appreciate you always thinking about me, having me on for the Wyndham Class Championship.
For sure.
Chatting it up.
Yeah, no, I know that you enjoy coming on.
Open invite to our fantasy golf.
Yeah, I join a decent amount, to be honest. I like you guys. And again, the only thing you guys need to know is just look at the ownership projections, and those are the best plays.
Exactly.
They're a power.
Works every time.
But yeah, everyone check out Fantasy Golf Pod. They're going live 4:30 Eastern tomorrow. Check it out, baby, if you want.
No, we might go a little later because I'm trying to get Joe Idoni, and he's got a job.
Yeah, fucking, that's so dumb.
Might have to
but make sure Josh acknowledges what's going on.
I will, because listen, we got this new YouTube channel, so you got to go like and subscribe, dude.
Like and subscribe. What do you mean it's new?
No, the Fantasy Golf Pod channel.
How is that new? It's not new.
They destroyed our ability to monetize. Okay. I got an email one day that was like, you're no longer eligible to monetize, which was fine because I have all those stolen videos of like Patrick Reed.
That makes sense.
But so like I was making maybe $100 a month off of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was okay. Wow. But I was like, so it was worth having our podcast buried and whatever. So I don't know, but we kind of reset. We're saying, you know what, if they're not going to let us monetize, this isn't helping us because everyone who's going to that page is looking for viral Brooks Koepka stuff versus actually going to look for a couple of idiots talk about DraftKings. So I was like, maybe we just start a new channel that only real diehard dedicated DraftKings people will subscribe to. So go over there if you want to
like and sub.
Yeah.
Smash the like.
Thank you. Smash the like to this one.
But I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
I'll see you next summer for the 3M.
For our matchup.
Yeah, we'll play. And seriously, make sure Josh addresses shooting a 77 out on a 6,200-yard course.
Yeah, we'll put it on him. We'll make sure he gets a little opinion.
All right, I'll be watching him. Actually, I won't be. I have stuff to do at work, but I will watch it after. I won't be live. But everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week, I guess.